Well, start of the week here. Outside here, as you can see, we're going to talk about sustainable living. I'm right here on one of the many parts of the trail that goes around Fairfield. That down there is the 12-mile marker right there. And the goal is to ride this whole thing one day, probably on a weekend. But yeah, sustainable living. Basically, it's living within your needs, not living beyond your needs is what sustainable living is. And within a community and as an individual, living within your means, meaning things that give back to the community, give back to yourself, you know, things that recycle themselves, things that could be reused again and again and again and again, instead of just tossing away. Because we live in a throwaway society where we throw 99% of our almost 100% stuff away. You know, we recycle only like 1%, and then the rest of the 99%. So yeah, sustainable living is less of that and more reusable stuff. So yeah, just watching the sunset off in the distance. I'm gonna record it before it disappears here, and catch you all later. Well, I'm outside here. That's a lovely day. Talk a little bit quickly here before I go to work about sustainable living. I'll give you a brief definition of it, and here's some. I'm gonna give you some ideas of ways you can start doing sustainable living. One, grow a garden, which I'll show you in my backyard where I have a garden. Two, stop consuming more than you need. Three, start conserving water. That's also goes along with the green thing. So living green and sustainably go hand in hand, people. Yes, they do. Only water your plants when you actually need to. Another way of sustainable living is ride a bike whenever you can. Yep, that's also green but also sustainable, because one, you get exercise so you keep yourself healthy, and two, you're losing less gas, so therefore there's less gas being used, as therefore less pollution, and that means more sustainable living. But these are just a few examples of how you can start sustainable living. Just a small scale, just add little things into your life more and more, to where you eventually become second nature and you're living green and you're living within your needs. So that's it for now. Just enjoy this great view. Here's going to be a garden. This is a prime example of sustainable, which is green living. As you can see, I'll put vegetables, fruits in here. And this way, we don't have to go to the store as much, which means less gas spent, which means more money to put towards other things to help continue sustainable living. As you see here, we had to get this whole thing was a huge, you probably saw it in some of my videos, but there used to be a huge white pine here we had to cut down. I'm gonna take all those little logs and use them for firewood. And then you saw where they're cutting, getting that stump just torn up earlier on in the slow motion / regular motion. That was, you saw in one of my Earth Day videos and a couple of my other videos. That tree is gone now, which is just also good for sustainable, because then the wood can be reused. They can be turned to ash, which can go back into nutrients, go back into the soil, and then overall it's just better off for the environment, because the tree won't be around any longer. I mean, it's something like that. If bugs and termites really got into it, started eating it from the middle, or if it just got really weak and it fell down, it'd just be very dangerous for everybody, the environment and everything. But yeah, so this is just an example. Hopefully, if the weather's good tomorrow, I will show you the Eco Village, which is just an entire community that's based around sustainable green living. So that's just another example way that you could green living in your own house. You know, there's lots of little things you can do that'll add up to where you started, man. You just keep on doing it and doing it and doing it. Next thing you know, you have more and more ways of green living to your life. It's sustainable living, like riding a bike every now and then. Plant yourself a little herb garden. We're gonna plant herbs in here. We got mint growing in this one. Right here, mint. Other herbs growing in this one. and all that. So just stuff like that, which is sustainable living, which is green living. I'm going to repeat that because they're one and the same. Green living is sustainable. If you're going green, it means you're using less. You're leaving a small imprint, and sustainable because green living is the same because you can do it more again and again and again and again, which sustainable is. It just goes around and around and around and around. So that's just a little bit more. As you can see, we could be having a big storm coming. And that's it for now. So what I've talked about this week, I've talked about sustainable living. Once again, in a nutshell, what does that mean? Living within your means, whether it's an individual or as a community. And ways you can do this? Well, ride your bike. Buy only what you need. Grow a garden or buy locally grown foods at your local farmer's market. Use as little Use only the water you need, use only the electricity you need, and walk and bike often. And remember, green living is sustainable living. So live smart. And this is Max for saying, until next time, thanks for watching. This has been a weekly edition of the Struggling YouTuber, and peace. The video footage on your left is from last week's vlog. Where the question marks will take you, well, you'll have to wait till next week. I'm Max Smith, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Peace out for now. Bye.